Okay, today's work is this replacement of the safety valve in this electric water heater, and replacing the sealing material of this hemp fiber with a new one, a better one. First off, we're turning off. Let's break the pressure in the system, and so as not to splash water all over the place. Okay, and now we can undo this hose here as a first step. All right, and move on from there. Turn it a little bit. Oh, this is easy. You can unscrew it by hand, and it's a good idea to even change this hose because it's been here for a couple of years, so it's a good idea to change the hose too. But yeah, we can do it in a second time later. Okay. Oh. Yikes. Up. Easy. Oh, it's taking air. Oh, it's taking air. Oh, it's taking air. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that trick works. All right, look at that. Okay. Okay. Look at that. Who knew? This fuel hose works great. Yikes. Another. Look at that. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but this thread is around 10 millimeters from the start of the pipe have been rusted, or they've rusted. Fingers crossed, so it doesn't rust anymore. All right. Okay, so after we've cleaned everything as best as possible, now we're going to apply our hemp fiber, our sealing. We're going to do our sealing with hemp fiber, and the way I do it is this. Let me see, how can I place this? It's not easy to do it in front of the camera. So I start from the middle, and I'm trying to fill all the threads inside, fill all the threads with fibers and as tight as possible. I'm actually pulling the fiber. I'm actually pulling the fiber to feel the threads as much as possible, and I'm holding it with my finger like so to feel all the threads. And start from the middle, and with every turn it spreads top to bottom, top up and down. It spreads up and down, and slowly it feels all the threads, like so. And I'm keeping the fibers parallel to each other. I'm not making a rope of it. I'm keeping them parallel so as to feel as many threads as possible. Slowly. I don't know if you can see on camera. Let's focus a little bit. Okay, as much as possible. So this nice fiber here, pull it around slowly and cover and feel as many threads as possible. And slowly this will form a hump here on the thread, which will act as a sealant. And on top of that, we're going to place the PTFE tape in a similar way, and we're going to have a soft material, the PTFE tape, on this relatively thick and hard material, which is the hemp fiber. And this will form a nice, beautiful seal around the pipe, around the thread, and it won't have to bother, and it will not bother us again. Okay, slowly. See how I have these fibers parallel to each other? Parallel, not a rope, parallel. I'm pulling, I'm keeping it with my thumb here, and then I'm pulling from the other side. This is not an easy sealing. It's not an easy position. You don't have the piece in your hand, you know. So it takes a bit of time to run all the fibers around. Look how beautifully it forms a hump on the thread. Let's put all of it here, nice and easy. Yeah, works good, All these fibers that run around loose, we don't have to worry about them now, because everything will come together in the end and will form the base of the second sealant, the PTFE tape. Now I'm almost done. Okay, pull it strong. Okay. So, all right. Okay, now if we wet the hemp somehow, we're gonna keep it in place nice and beautifully. Whoa! So spit on it. You want to wet it? Spit on it. Woo! Let's wet it all around. All right. Look at that. All those loose fibers. Let's put them up. Let's put them in place. All right. Okay. Time for the second seal. Woo! Nice. Right in the middle. Right where I want it. So the way I apply the PTFE tape is quite simple. I'm trying to do the same with PTFE tape. Now, in the first turns with the tape, I try to feel again as many threads as I can. So the first few turns I make it a rope, and I have it, look at that, I don't have it parallel to the thread, I have it vertical to the thread, and making it a rope. And I'm making it a rope, and I'm trying to fill as many threads as I can, okay, in this first few turns. Okay, First few turns are done, and now I am continuing. And now I'm continuing to roll PTFE tape, but again, not parallel to the thread, but vertical to the thread. So I'm placing small parts of PTFE tape, one over the other. Look at that. And I'm pulling, again, I'm pulling the PTFE tape, and here I want to make a note. You need to be careful how much you pull the PTFE tape. How much you pull the tape, you have a certain amount of force you can apply, because you can cut it. I've got a few, so you need to be careful how much you pull. You need to be careful when you're pulling. And slowly you form a nice cover for your seal. Look at that. Beautiful. And that's it. And after we've applied our hemp fibers and our PTFE tape, it's time for the nickel insert to be inserted in place and stay there forever. Because as I've seen, this pipe is almost rusted. This thread here is almost rusted, and in this case I'm gonna try and achieve a sealing around here with this O-ring, which is not designed to accommodate an O-ring. This is not designed for an O-ring. It's designed to be sealed with fibers, PTFE, hemp fiber, whatever. But in this case, I'm thinking of testing this idea and see how it goes. So let's try it. So let's go. Looking good. All right, with our metal insert, now let's try the valve and this seal here. This one, oops. All right. Beautiful. And it's deforming the O-ring. It doesn't have any, these valves are not meant to be sealing with O-rings. They're meant to be sealing with PTFE tape, hemp fibers and all. So we're gonna need to devise something to keep the rubber in place, tight together. So I'm thinking about placing this clamp here to keep it in place. Let's see what I can do. Oh. Okay, looking good. Now it's worth saying that these pieces are not designed to be connected like this. This is just an idea I had, and I tried to test it. I wanted to test it and see how it works. Naturally, I'll keep an eye on it, and if something happens, I promise to come back with an update or post a comment with an update and see how it behaves. This is totally an amateur work, and I seriously don't recommend doing this. These parts are meant to be sealed with hemp fiber and PTFE tape. They're not meant to be sealed with O-rings and a metal clamp. So yeah, there's your disclaimer. Don't try this at home. I'm doing this because I'm, well, whatever. And one more. Yeah, it's looking good. So now we can screw the valve as much as we want, theoretically, and the O-ring will not bulge out. It won't deform the O-ring. And naturally, the pressure inside, when we connect the hose, the pressure inside will be pushing the O-ring out, and the O-ring will stop on the clamp, and it will seal the two pieces. Let's see. Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Let's see what we can do. Okay, time to find out. So in theory, this will work. This will hold the pressure, and it will give us a nice seal. And all we have to do is now test it. The top is open. Let's turn on the supply. It's looking good. I don't see any leaks or anything. Doesn't drip from anywhere. Let's see now. Okay, now the pressure is right. Let's see how it behaves with the pressure rising when it's closed. Now the pressure in this system, I'm estimating around 2.5, 3 bars, maybe 3.5 bars in this particular system. So naturally now we have, let's take the worst case scenario, 3.5 bars, and I don't see any leaks. But as I said, I promise to come back with any update if it starts leaking. Let's see from behind. No, I don't see anything from behind. Oh, I see something here. Oh, look at that. Well, I see something here. No, it's just a deformation. It's just a deformation. It needs a bit tightening. No, it holds right. No, it holds okay. It's okay. It holds. It's deformed, but it holds. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it works. It works. It needs a bit tightening, maybe a bit repositioning of the clamp, but it holds. Yeah, it holds. All right. So, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. You're the best.